Hello, we're back. It's week 3. I actually put on pants for you guys. Are you very proud of me? Are you proud? I made that TBR when I was on spring break, and I'm like, I have time. Time is easy. This vlog should definitely have really goofy and over-the-top music because that's exactly how my brain feels right now.
What are you doing? Hi. Hello.
So yeah, it's week 3. This is my week 3 vlog. I am predicting right now that it's going to be mainly me complaining about homework. It's a certain time in the morning that I don't know. I think it's like 11:30. I've been doing homework since I got up. Shall I complain about it? No. But I could. Last week I read a grand total of about 50 pages from Once Upon a River and also wrote 1,000 words. Is this pathetic? Yes, it is. Am I going to try to do better this week? Yes, I am. Will I? Who knows? So much mystery, so much intrigue. It's Thursday morning, so I really don't have anything to report. This is just me filming an intro to my vlog with, once again, my camera seated atop of my cactus pot on my windowsill. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome, this is normal. On the agenda today is, of course, more homework because the teachers don't know when to stop heaping it on top of us. Then also read Once Upon a River. I am downloading A Gathering of Shadows onto my iPod right now so I can actually listen to it when I'm elsewhere, outside, walking, I don't know. And I think I'm getting a better sense for my plot on my Camp Nano novella. I tend to not know where in the world I'm going until at least a quarter of the way in. I'm not a quarter of the way in, but I might be starting to understand where I'm going. I think it's a really cool idea, and I think if I can pull it off, it's going to end up a lot like Rochkappen, which is my favorite of my short stories I've written. I'll probably show that right here because self-promotion is great. It's a very low fantasy story set on the ocean about 2 sisters and a weird shipwreck that happens. I have a weird thing about oceans. I don't even like the deep water on oceans that much. It kind of freaks me out. I don't like going on piers. That's a fun fact about me. So I have this weird obsession with the ocean being like this scary force of nature, and it works really well in stories for me, also storms. That's all I've got to say about Camp Nano at the moment. Obviously, I have nothing much to say about Once Upon a River because it's 50 pages in, other than the fact that I can tell it's going to be one of those long, meandering novels that's also really good and really, really well written. That's all I gotta say. So yes, on to today's stuff, but first I'm going to go outside for a little while and try to soak up as much vitamin D as possible.
Rosie. Puppy. Hi, Alice. Oh boy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alice. Alice. What are you doing? Hey, girl.
Going outside these days feels like I'm just researching for a character to be very dramatic. I was the villain all along.
Are you getting a massage, Alice? You're very sad today. Yes. Oh dear. You have polka dots on your chest when we shave your hair, Alice. Look at the polka dots. Hey, that's your nose. Boop. There's Alice. Alice got a shave. My goodness, you're just like a skunk. You're a skunk. You've got a stripe down your back. Hi, Alice. Are you happy? Oh, I love you, girl. Hi. You got a shave. You look really funny with your head not shaved and the rest of your body's all shaved. That's really a sad face. What are you doing? What are you doing all the way up the stairs? What are you doing all the way up the stairs, Rosie?
This is really scary.
Are you scared because Alice got shaved? What are you doing up here?
It's Tuesday the 21st at about 9:20, 9:30 in the morning. I've got a second Zoom lecture of the day at 9:40, which means I've been up since 7:30 for my first Zoom lecture. This is my excited face. Gotta be honest, I would much rather finish Nano than I would the Owls. I have no idea if I'm going to finish the Owls. I shouldn't have picked such large books to do at the same time as school and writing, but we're gonna give it our best shot. Like I mentioned, I have another Zoom lecture in approximately 10 to 15 minutes, but I would just like to update you that last night I gave up on my math homework in order to write priorities, and I got about 1,100 words on my novella. I need to kick my butt in gear to finish this thing. It's just sort of getting to the rising action section where some weird stuff has happened and the plot is kicking in. I think I know where it needs to go, and it seems to be going well. There's a lot of typos, and I can already tell what needs to be fixed, but things are happening. So yeah, that was my writing update. This is a pancake. I'm off to do Zoom. Bye. It is Wednesday the 22nd, and it has come to my attention that this is not going to be working out as the book I read in the evenings. I am this far into it after about 2 weeks of chipping away. This is a lovely book, but it is extremely dense. There are pages upon pages of description and flowery prose and different points of view. They just skip through characters all the time, and I don't have the brain power to apparently read this in the evenings. I keep trying, and the most I can read at any set time is about 30 pages. And for me, that's saying a lot because I read fast. And I love this thing, but it is just so dense. And if I continue to make this my read in the evening challenge, I'm never going to get through it, especially considering there is 1 week left. There's 1 week left. The page I stopped at last night is page 84 and 85, and there are just pages upon pages that are this dense, and it's just no dialogue and lots of descriptions. And don't get me wrong, it's really, it's beautiful. This book is amazing. It's beautiful. I need to read it in the daytime. I do. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit on my challenges. I'm going to make this my randomized TBR pick because my other 2 books that I had for that option are way too long. I know I am not gonna get through either of Stormblood or The Grace of Kings. They're both too long. I really want to read them, but I know my weaknesses. So this is going to be my randomized TBR pick for the month. I'm going to continue reading this in the daytime. I wanted to find something on my TBR for my Read at Night challenge that is short and that I can get through. So I went through Tor.com, which is essentially just a list of novellas that I want to read, and I ended up coming up with a novella that's about 144 pages. It is Killing Gravity by Corey White. It's about a void witch who can kill you with her mind, and it's science fiction and fantasy at the same time. And that sounds fantastic, and also a perfect size to read in like 2 or 3 nights, hopefully. Could you hear my dog? She's squeaking. It's noon, so it's lunchtime. I'm listening to the audiobook for A Gathering of Shadows, and there's 2 narrators now, one for Kel and one for Delilah. And they started off with Delilah's point of view, and look, I love this book. I love this character. I love both of these characters. But I need Kel's snarky pain in the ass voice right now. That feels like it's going to connect with my soul. But they started off with Delilah, so okay. So that's my update. I think if it comes down to it, I am more committed to finishing my novella for Camp Nano than I am for finishing all of my Owls TBR. Is that going to be a disappointment if I can't finish both? Yes, it is. But at this point, I need to finish my writing. I can slowly chip away at books forever. I would like to finish this novella, especially since I'm getting into it. Am I still going to do my darndest to get both of these challenges done in this month as well as schoolwork? Yes, I'm going to try. But I'm putting it on the record now that if I fail coming week 4 here tomorrow, week 4 starts tomorrow, it won't be the end of the world. So that was me rearranging my Owls TBR to hopefully make it a little bit easier to fit in. I made that TBR when I was on spring break, and I'm like, I have time. Time is easy. Time is not... Off to school, then writing, then reading, but not this at night. Yeah, okay. Okay, today is technically Thursday, which is the beginning of week 4, but I would like to wrap up week 3 / update my failure, what have you. I just got out of lecture where I was doing math problems for an hour and a half related to printing presses. Definitely not my best moments. There are 2 things I would like to update you on. The first thing is that I wrote approximately 1,000 words last night, which brings my total for the week up to a little over 2,000. Which is not enough, but it's better than nothing. I never write in school, usually, when I'm in the middle of my quarter, so this is pretty good. I also read about a quarter to a third of Killing Gravity. It's okay so far. It's alright. I hate to compare it to other sci-fi novellas by Tor of a similar length, but so far, it ain't Murderbot. That's all I'm gonna say. Second thing is, I got an update yesterday because I am subscribed to Jenna Moressi's YouTube channel. I may have made a high-pitched squeaking noise when this notification came up. This cover is gorgeous. It's coming out in September. It's too long to wait. I just needed to share that. It makes me happy. So that's my final update. I wrote some words, I read some words. This is beautiful. We'll see how week 4 goes. I always forget to say subscribe in these vlogs, so like, share, comment, subscribe. Love to hear from you. If you subscribe, it supports my channel, and the notification bell is down there as well.